Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. I am coming to you back again this week as we are in it, this Mercury in retrograde, and how 5 tips for Mercury retrograde in 2022, the 5 love tips that I want to talk about. Last week I talked about what we were going into with Mercury retrograde, as this week we are moving out of Venus in retrograde on the 29th. So I hope you're paying attention to that. But yet we are in this Mercury in retrograde. I get a lot of questions. It's very important aspect because it's very close to our solar system. Mercury is. He has a major influence over our communication, going when he's moving forward, and then when he's have slowed down to take a rest period. It's important for this time so that way we're looking at things, paying attention to our lives until he decides when he's ready to move forward, which is on February the 3rd. But yet, as he starts to, put some speed to move forward, kind of rev up his engine, we really don't see any major differences till about maybe 5 to 6 days later, in my personal opinion, till around February the 10th, sometime around that time. So what are the 5 tips about Mercury traveling through our unique Aquarius energy, all the way from where we are? He'll be traveling a couple of times in Aquarius from January till February the 24th. Okay, so let me give you the first area is about a love tip about Mercury. And a lot of people wonder how our love relationships or our partnerships act during this season. Plus, you got a double header with Venus in retro, and then she'll move forward, which deals with love. But Mercury deals with communication. And this whole year is all about relationships. 2022 is all about what? Relationships. Okay? So, you want to put your dating life on hold. So as if you're dating during this time of Mercury, it's a good time to put those things on hold. First dates during Mercury retrograde are not a great idea because it's not easy to communicate and there are too many opportunities for things to go wrong. So such as like your car breaking down, miscommunication with your cell phone, texts, calendars. If you're looking at a movie, time to go out to a movie or schedule some other kind of outings, there's a possibility that those things can be sold out. Sometimes people can make jokes and then it sounds more of an insult than a joke, because we're more sensitive in our communication. If you have a crush on someone or someone you're digging on, so to speak, you're checking out, then wait to pursue that individual till Mercury starts to move forward and go to direct. This will also help you to avoid landing with someone that's not really of your liking, not someone that really, they like a wolf in sheep's clothing, faking the funk, so to speak, and you can't see through as effectively. Okay. Now, number 2 in love tip is be more patient with your partner. Okay. Realize that misunderstandings during the Mercury retrograde are easier now, so don't jump to conclusions and pick and fight if someone is wrong in their wording. Okay. If you're so things that happen during Mercury retrograde, if don't always stick. So whether they're good and bad, if you start to develop a relationship new in this, it can end up falling apart immediately after Mercury goes direct. So be careful of that. Okay. Number 3 is don't get married during Mercury retrograde. Yeah, astrology plays a big part on looking at your solar systems, looking at the astrology, looking at the planets, and making decisions on marital nuptials. Okay. So like I was saying, things don't stick during Mercury retrograde. Okay. So since they don't stick, so not only will miscommunication, delays, breakdowns interfere with the success of the wedding itself, but promises made during Mercury retrograde aren't always kept. So this is a good time to renew your wedding vows, though. If you have some wedding vows you want to renew, by all means, go on ahead and do that. Number 4 is use this time to kiss and make up. Kiss and make up. Mercury retrograde is a great time to go back and fix mistakes, reconciliations with people if you have fallen out with. This is a beautiful time when Mercury retrograde forces us to reflect on things we've done, which helps release buildup of resentments. Okay, if you got the urge to make nice with something or someone, of something that you've done with someone during this time, and that applies to both friends and lovers or partners, go ahead and rectify that. Rectify that, correct it. It's a good time to do that. And number 5 is take a look back. If you're thinking about someone you once loved, this is a great time to track them down. Some people will track you down. You'll be like, where did they pop up out of? Okay, so that may be a good time to track them down, or simply honor their memory by visiting a special place you once went together. Okay, Mercury retrograde is the perfect time reflecting on love, and not only that, but it is a good time to reignite sparks with former flames. Now that's not with everybody. So if you had some kind of situation going on in a partnership or in a marriage, and you see a past lover come back up. Now, I'm not talking about that. Don't go dipping outside of your permanent relationships, looking at somebody old that would tear down what you got. Nobody's saying that. And if you see a person that come back up to you and you already in something solid, you better let them roll on, because what is it going to do? It's not going to stick. It's not going to stick. Leave it alone. Okay? Leave it alone. All right. So if you have lost a loved one or a relationship you've been penning for, wanting for, go ahead and track them down too. If you feel like, hey, this is a good time that you need to reunite something with someone that you've lost contact, it's a good time to go on and reflect and move on that. Now's the time to go out there and get them back if that's something that you're feeling led to do. Okay, so I hope these 5 tips help you during this Mercury retrograde of 2022. It's important to work through these things, know what's going on in the solar system, pull your birth chart, know more about who you are and your relationships so that they can be sound, because this whole year of 2022 is all about relationships influence. So another question that I will propose to you: can your relationships survive? That's my question. Comment down below. Uncovering the truth. Mending a wounded love connection is not as easy task. So how do you know if it's possible to put your relationships back on track? Discover if reconciliation is possible by doing what? Getting a psychotherapeutic reading through me. Maybe there's not just, it could be a reconciliation or covering truth of a friendship or partnership, something along that line. Maybe some family members. Reconciliation, mending of wounds are not easy tasks, but if you contact me for a psychotherapeutic reading to find out what spirit has to say to you in reference to that, and also maybe doing reconciliation spell work during this time with me, I do offer that as well. I love you for watching today. Go on and contact me for your personalized reading by my website at https://eclipticspiritualist7.com. Down below in the description box, you can contact me for spell work. As I did mention, reconciliation, one of the spell works, rituals that I do, as well as we have a new moon coming up in Aquarius. Yes, welcome Aquarius season. So go to the website, join our altar vigil now for the new moon before it fills up. We've got a lot in store. We have a masterclass that is coming on this Saturday. Start to join us now. It's all about giving up what can make you happy. Okay, so giving up to what will make you happy during this Jupiter and Pisces energy that is coming in to expand your energy on compassion. What will make you happy? What are things that can make you happy in this spiritual realm? And I'll be adding spell work spell rituals. You'll be learning some spell work to do during this coursework. Our classes are 4 to 5 weeks. They're $103. So you're spending like $25 a week for a 2-hour class that's on Zoom, live, full, and pumped, that you will enjoy. Go on to support this channel by joining our Patreon. We offer self-paced classes there. Much information that is there in support. A lunar workbook. You can also join our Patreon account to support the channel with donating, giving into the channel, that we do give good information here and good resources. Your monies will not be put into soil that is not good soil, but your income, your money that you plant into our channel here will go into good soil, and it will return back to you rooted and grounded and multiplied. Okay, so love you very much. Have a wonderful Mercury in retrograde with these 5 love tips. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.